All right, so today I'll be going over my continuous integration for Python data science repository. What this does is this will allow you to create a new project and automatically have things such as installing packages, linting, formatting, and testing done automatically via GitHub Actions. So first, let's just pop into a code space and look at some of the code that's going on, that's running some descriptive statistics. So this script right here is importing a library that I wrote that has some functions that are doing things such as like plotting using matplotlib, reading CSV data, and as well as generating markdown files automatically. And we also have this running in a Python notebook as well. So just to verify that notebooks are operating as they should. So, and then for each one of these files, also have a testing script. So this is providing 100% coverage for the stats script as well as the library. And here's the script test. And so now that we have that out of the way, we can actually dive into the meat of this project, which is the GitHub Actions workflows. And what these do is we can set them to trigger on every single push or pull request that you do. So let's dive into the install one first. So you can see that on push, we're causing the trigger, and the jobs that are running automatically on a GitHub server. What's happening is it's checking out our repository, setting up Python, and then running our make install command, which is specified in our make file over here. So you can see here's our make install command. It's first upgrading pip every time, and then we're recursively installing our requirements.txt file. We can pop over here, look at that. It's pinned, so it has all of the specified versions for everything you need for this project. Now we can you'll also see there's a testing, formatting, and linting command as well. These are all in their own workflows. So you can see testing is using PyTest, and it's covering every single Python file in the source directory. And PyTest is also being used with the NB val flag to test our Python notebooks, which is really valuable. And we're also providing coverage statistics. We're formatting using Python Black. And we're linting using rough, which if you've ever heard of PyLint, this will run around 10 to 100 times faster than PyLint, which is really valuable if we have a large project set up. And then we're also using MBQA to, once again, lint using rough on our Python notebooks. So we can look through, for example, I'll look through another one of these workflows really quick. Let's look through our testing one, for example. Once again, it is triggered on push and pull requests. And you can see here, we're checking out the repository, setting up Python, installing our packages, and then running that make test command. So this will all be triggered automatically when you push. So you can pop over here onto the repository, and you can see these badges down here in the repository whenever you want. And they will be updated automatically after these workflows are run. So we can click on one. Let's look at testing, for example. And this will bring us to the testing workflow that was triggered when I made my last commit, which was updating badges. And we can pop in here and quickly look and see that it installed the packages. Look at it, you can see all of that. And then it ran tests. You can see all of our tests are passing. And we have 100% coverage on pretty much everything. And then it also checked our Python notebook. And you see these dots right here that specifies that every single one of our cells, all of our 5 cells pass successfully. So that is great. We can pop back into the repository and check out one last thing, that being the dev container. Here we have specified things that, such as a Docker file, which will automatically set up a virtual environment for us for Python, which is incredibly valuable and saves a lot of time. And then our dev container, we've specified some things for GitHub code spaces, such as like specifying the default interpreter path, which is very nice. And then also having it automatically download some extensions we can see over here that it is automatically installing for us. And lastly, after doing all this, it will also run this bash shell script that I have written, which has, it will activate the Python environment we created, and then it will also write this into the bash command, bash shells. So every single time you create a new shell, it'll automatically activate the Python virtual environment. As you can see here, we're in the virtual environment. We can run rich Python, and you can see it is pointing in the right direction.